Good morning, viewers. Welcome to my YouTube videos on high physics norms.
Hello, good morning, students. Today I would like to discuss in the topic rotatory motion. Here in this rotatory motion, we can determine the moment of inertia for rigid bodies, just like thin rod, circular ring, circular disc, cylinder, and sphere, rectangular lamina, etc. For these rigid bodies, we can do the derivation for this. So let us go for the first one is moment of inertia of a thin rod. Here, moment of inertia, MI shortcut, for a thin rod. For this derivation, I would like to explain. Here, for this derivation, I am considering a thin rod. This is a thin rod, let us assume. Comparing with the length, breadth is negligible. So let us say the rod name is AB, thin rod, having the length L. Now, for this moment of inertia, actually the definition of moment of inertia is, it is the product of mass and square of the perpendicular distance between from the axis of rotation. That means if this is a rod, say for example, let us assume this is a rod, this will be moving like this with the center as axis, one method. Another is from one end it will rotate like this. So two axes we can observe. Otherwise parallel to this another axis also there like this. So let us assume it is a rod, okay na, negligible area of cross section, that is breadth is negligible, length will be L I am taking. See, consider this one. So we can write in words, consider a thin rod AB of length L at center O is an axis. Let us assume this is the center one, let be the point O. Here this is one axis. With respect to this axis, if the rod is rotating, that means total length L can be divided into two parts, exactly mid of the length. So that means we can say this is L by 2. Negative x-axis minus we can use. This is plus L by 2. Okay. Now for this explanation, I would like to find, I consider small element here. Let us say this is the small element in this thin rod named as PQ, let us say, which is at a distance x from the center of the axis. So assume that the width of this length of the small will be dx, let us say. Now I determine the moment of inertia for the small element dx. That means if the rod is rotating with respect to the center, means total particles in the rod also moving. That means from this I am considering the small element PQ here, which is also rotating in the circular manner, which is at a distance x from the axis, and the width is dx is the length of this PQ. Okay, that means O axis. Okay, let PQ be small length dx, which is at a distance x from O axis. Okay, for this small element here I am considering density of the rod is rho, let us say. Now for this small element dx, mass I would like to determine. So we can say this density is linear density, you can say. So volume density, no problem. So why? Because the length, breadth is negligible means you can use the density simply. So you can say that mass of PQ, which is equal to this PQ mass. As you know, the formula for the mass is equal to density into linear, that is distance. So simply you can say density into, this is linear density means into delta x, that is dx, sorry. Now density is rho, this is equal to rho into dx. This is the mass of this small pq. Now moment of inertia of this small pq is, so moment of inertia of pq with respect to o axis. As you know the formula, moment of inertia di small element, di is equal to, the formula is mr square. M means this mass, that is rho dx, into r square means from this axis to the element distance is x, so that I can write x square. This is the formula for the moment of inertia of the small particle. Now I would like to determine the moment of inertia of the for total length. Now the limits can be explained as minus L by 2 to plus L by 2, integration you can use. So moment of inertia of thin rod along O axis, that is I is equal to, you can use the integration method di. If you integrate the small particles, you will get the total length. So limits, lower limit will be minus L by 2, upper limit will be plus L by 2. Now as we know that di means, this is the formula, substitute here. Rho is the constant you can use, that is rho keep outside, integration of x square dx. Limits minus L by 2 to plus L by 2 are the limits. So as we know that x square, integration of the formula you have to remember, integration of x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the formula, you have to remember this. So square, that is 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, you will get rho x cube by 3 from limits minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. Now in place of x, you can put the value of L value. Then you will get rho into, so L by 2, keep the 3 outside, better to keep 3 outside. Now x cube, that is L cube by 2 cube means 8 minus L cube by 8. Now you will get moment of inertia I is equal to rho by 3 into minus into minus plus, that is 2L cube by 8. That means you can write here finally rho 2 4 8, you can use rho into L square by 3 4 12. I can write like this. But we know that rho into L is nothing but rho into total length is nothing but mass. So I can say simply moment of inertia I is equal to ml square by 12. This is the formula for the moment of inertia for a thin rod passing through the central axis. If suppose if the axis will be here, let us say at this point, that means you can use integration will be from 0 to L. Then we will get, so at one end of rod, moment of inertia I is equal to, simply you can use same thing, you can use here, our limit will be changes here. So I am writing directly rho by 3 into x cube by 3, 0 to L. That means simply you can say 0 into L cube by 3 3 9, you can use. Okay, now 3 means 3 keeping outside, x cube by 3, okay, rho L cube by 3, okay now. So x cube by 3 can here, 3 outside, no need here. that is rho L cube by 3. As we know that rho L into L square by 3, or simply rho into L is nothing but capital M. You can write simply ml square by 3. At one end, moment of inertia is equal to I is equal to, simply you can say ml square by 3. So here I am neglecting the breadth. Why? Because thin rod here I am using. So this is for the thin rod. Next will be for the circular ring. Now for the moment of inertia for the circular ring. Here I am considering the circular ring, or you can use circular ring or bangle also you can use. Okay, ring is looking like this. So this is the ring. Okay. Okay. Now the radius will be r. Okay, r is the radius. Now this is the O is the point. In the circular ring, you can derive for two concepts. One is moment of inertia passing through the center of the ring perpendicular to the plane. So passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane like this. Like this. And another is along the diameter, that means diameter. Now for this, first one is a passing through moment of inertia for a ring axis passing through center of ring and perpendicular to plane. Okay, same thing previously like this. Here let r be radius of the ring and rho be as usual linear density. So mass m is equal to, as you know, rho into L. That's all. Here you can say L can be considered as circumference of the ring. So here L is circumference of a ring. That's all. Now here same thing previously like this. Here I am considering the small element here like this. It is also named as PQ. Now from the center to here it is a distance, let us say some r distance as usual, which is a radius. Now this element length is, that means small length, that we can say this is dx, you can say. So from this, if dx, if by integrating the dx, total dx is a combination of so many dx elements to form a circular ring. That means the circumference is simply nothing but the integration of this dx. So simply you can say that length of the ring is nothing but integration of dx. Keep in mind. Now for the small element I would like to determine the mass. So say that mass of small element PQ, which is nothing but density into this distance, that is dx. Okay, this is for the small length. If you want to determine the total length, for the total length, so moment of inertia for the total length along the ring. So moment of inertia along center of ring, that is di is equal to, for the small element, as we know that moment of inertia is equal to m into r square. So mass as you know that this is rho into dx. This is the mass value into distance is nothing but r square. This one. This is for the small element. If you want to determine the for total circular ring moment of inertia, you can do the integration part. So moment of inertia for circular ring from O axis, that is I is equal to integration of di. So this is the formula. Now as we know that di means this one. Rho r square throughout the radius will be constant only because uniform. You can use integration of rho dx r square. Keep the r square and density outside. So rho and r square will be in outside. You can say simply integration of dx. As we know that integration of dx is nothing but length only. So that means rho r square integration of dx L only. So as we know that rho into L is nothing but mass. Therefore, moment of inertia I is equal to rho L into R square. But rho into L is nothing but total for total ring, total mass. That is capital M. Or simply I is equal to formula is mr square. This is the formula for the moment of inertia of a circular ring perpendicular to the plane passing through the center of the ring. That is the moment of inertia for this point. If for this, if you can assume point number, this is A, B, along the diameter. So moment of inertia for circular ring along diameter. That means here this is the ring. Diameter means here is a diameter, this is also diameter. Here I am considering the AB one diameter, another is CD is the another diameter, radius as usual, center will be O axis. So as we know that moment of inertia along O axis, moment of inertia along O axis, that is the formula, simply IO you can use, which is equal to the formula as you know, passing through the center and perpendicular to the ring is nothing but mr square. Keep in mind. Now moment of inertia along AB axis or moment of inertia along CD axis, both are same only. Let us say this is x axis, this is y axis, let us assume. That means moment of inertia along x axis, that is Ix, which is equal to moment of inertia along y axis. Why? Because both are diameters only. Now you can use the perpendicular axis theorem. Here, according to perpendicular axis theorem, I is equal to, that is I naught is equal to Ix plus Iy. As you know that Ix and Iy are both the same. Simply I, let us say. So in place of this you can substitute here I naught is equal to I plus I. That is I naught is equal to 2I. That is simply I is equal to I naught by 2. I naught as you know that mr square. So therefore along diameter moment of inertia for a ring I is equal to mr square by 2. This is the formula for the circular ring. Got it? Okay. Now moment of inertia for the circular disc. So moment of inertia for a circular disc. As you know that disc means it is a combination of rings, let us say. As usual, this is a disc. Okay. So matter will be existing inside. Let us say the disc center radius of the disc is, let us say, capital R. Okay. Now in this total disc, this containing of so matter it consisting of. Here this can be derived from the circular ring concept. That means here let us assume a circular ring. That is some part of the disc which is in the shape of a ring, let us say. Okay. Now same thing here. Better to write here. So moment of inertia of a circular disc perpendicular to the center of the disc. Moment of inertia perpendicular to center of disk. Okay, that is passing through the center. Here, for this explanation, consider a ring shape part in that disk. Of small element as usual dx, and the density is rho, which is at a distance, this is the small element which is at a distance x from the center of disk. Now you can say that first of all, again, you need for the moment of inertia, your requirement is mass should be present and distance from the axis of rotation. That is, mass and a distance will be there, then you can find the moment of inertia. So that first of all, I would like to find the mass of the ring. So only this ring. Say that means mass of ring type disk. As you know that mass is nothing but you can use this volume into area. Sorry, volume into density. That means this total will be 2 pi r. That is 2 pi x into element value is dx. This is volume into density is rho as usual. Okay. So for this ring, moment of inertia you can find. So moment of inertia for ring type disk, that is, as you know, small di, which is equal to m r square. R means here distance. You can use this one, 2 pi x dx rho into distance is x square. Or simply you can continue this shortcut, 2 pi x cube dx into rho, x square into x, that is x cube. This is for the di value. That means you have to find the total moment of inertia for the disk. That means we can say that the combination of such rings will be considered as total, considered as the total mass, total moment of inertia for the disk. That means combination of such rings form a disk. That means you can say the total moment of inertia. So total moment of inertia, that is I is equal to, as usual, integration of di. So limits can be explained from 0 to r, as usual, 0 to r. Now substitute in the value of di. So 2 pi is a constant, rho is constant, keep outside. 2 pi rho integration of x cube dx from 0 to r. As we know, again previously I used this formula, that is a integration of x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. That means x cube you will get x power 4 by 4, or simply you can use 2 pi rho x power 4 by 4 from 0 to r. That means in place of x you can substitute the r value. 0 means nothing is there, so simply you can write here 2 pi rho r power 4 by 4. That means 2 cancel, 2 to the 4. Then you will get moment of inertia I is equal to, so pi r square rho r square by 2. So as you know that pi r square is nothing but area of the disk. So that is total will be pi r square into rho. This total can be considered as mass. That is mr square by 2. This is the formula for the moment of inertia of the circular disk passing through the center and perpendicular to the disk. That is moment of inertia. Finally, you will get mr square by 2. This is for the disk one. If it is considering along the diameter of the disk, that is along the diameter like this. So, if it is moment of inertia along the diameter, that means this is the disk as usual, diameters, O center, x-axis, y-axis. Then you can use the same formula here. Previously for the circular ring, same formula here, disk also. That means we can apply the moment, perpendicular axis theorem. So you can write, better to write once again. So you can write moment of inertia along O axis. IO is equal to, as usual, mr square by 2. That is moment of inertia along x-axis, that is Ix, equal to moment of inertia along y-axis, that is Iy, which is nothing but I. Same you can use according to perpendicular axis theorem. I naught is equal to Ix plus Iy, or simply I plus I, or simply 2I, that is I is equal to I naught by 2. Simply I naught means mr square, so we can write I is equal to mr square by 2 to 4. This is the moment of inertia for the circular disk along the diameter. Okay, got it? Okay, we completed thin rod, circular ring, circular disc, and then for a cylinder. Okay, so continuation, moment of inertia of a cylinder. Here is also, this is similar to that of a rod, thin rod, but in thin rod you are neglecting the breadth, but here breadth should be present. Why? Because it is a cylinder. So here this is a cylinder named as AB. Here let us consider a cylinder of length L and radius or density rho. Then you can determine mass of cylinder. As usual, mass is equal to density into volume. So you can use mass m is equal to density into volume. Volume means area into distance. That is simply you can say rho into area. Area means cylinder. Say this is the r is the radius. R is the radius of the cylinder. So rho into area means pi r square into distance means say L is the length. L pi r square. Are you as you know that volume of the cylinder is equal to pi r square h. That is pi r square L, whatever it means, into density. Okay, this is about the mass of the total cylinder. Okay, for this explanation, this is one axis passing through the center of the cylinder. Let us say this is the O axis as usual. That means this cylinder is, so exactly pen is the best example for the cylinder. Okay, now if you cut this part, so this will be central point. This will be rotating like this, passing through the axis. This is central axis. Okay, this is one axis. This is the axis O point here I am considering. For this explanation, I am considering the small element as usual. Here you can consider small element of the cylinder. Okay, this is the small element. As usual, name, old name, PQ, and the distance is dx. which is at a distance x from the axis of rotation. All thing all will be similar to that. So we can use consider small element dx, that is pq of length dx, which is at a distance x from o axis. That means for this small length, pq length, mass of pq. Okay. So how can we determine the mass of the pq? As usual, the area as usual, that is pi r square, radius throughout the cylinder constant only. That way the uniform rod, we see this pi r square into distance is small dx into, as usual, density of the cylinder of this part is rho. So this one. So that means, as we know that if it is a circular disc, let us say, so earlier previous one we derived that moment of inertia of the circular disc along with the diameter is mr square by 4. Same thing you can apply here also. See, PQ, this total element can be considered as the circular disc. So for circular disc, moment of inertia along the diameter, any diameter, that is, as you know, the formula is mr square by 4. So this is moment of inertia for this will be mr square by 4. This is one axis. So that means these two can be considered as parallel axis. That means you can apply the parallel axis theorem. So as you know that according to parallel axis theorem, as you know the statement, you know that moment of inertia of body with respect to any axis is equal to sum of moment of inertia passing through the center of mass or center of gravity and product of mass of the body and square of the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. That is the parallel axis theorem statement. From that I can write the formula, general formula, I is equal to IC plus mr square is the formula for the parallel axis theorem. Okay, now I am applying this. So for the small element, derivation will be very long, no need to bother about this. It's very easy if you once understand. Moment of inertia of an element PQ, that is di is equal to, as we know that moment of inertia of this disk, plus mr square. So moment of inertia of the disk, this is the formula mass. Okay, that is we can write di is equal to, for the small element dx, the formula is pi r square dx rho. This is mass. So the formula is mr square by 4. That means r square by 4 plus mr square, again mass, like this, pi r square dx rho, mass value, into r square. R square means from this distance will be considered as x square, that is x square. This is the formula for the dA. For this small disk, for total cylinder, that means moment of inertia for cylinder, that is I is equal to integration of di. As we know the limits from this total length L, that means left side limit is L by 2, but it is center only. This right side limit is L by 2. Okay, that means limits will be minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. Got it? Now substituting this total value like this. So Again substitute here, integration of minus L by 2 to L by 2. This among these can use pi r square. So pi r square rho r square dx by 4 plus pi r square rho x square dx. Okay, so divide these two, minus L by 2 plus L by 2 among this pi r square, that is pi r power 4 rho by 4 is constant. Here pi r square rho is constant. Now take out this, that is I is equal to pi r power 4 rho by 4 integration of dx from L by 2 to L by 2 plus this also here pi r square rho integration of x square dx from limits L by 2 to L by 2. That means integration of dx, as you know, that x only. Again I is equal to pi r power 4 rho by 4 into x limits minus L by 2 L by 2 plus pi r square rho. This is again as usual the formula, integration of x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Substituting you will get x square means x cube by 3 from limits L by 2 L by 2. Okay, now substituting L by 2 L by 2. So I is equal to pi r power 4 rho by 4. This is a in place of x we can put L by 2 L by 2, or simply L by 2 plus L by 2 means simply we will get L only. Okay, plus pi r, yeah sorry, this is r square rho by 3 keeping here. That means x power 3. X power 3 means L power 3 by 2 power 3. That means L cube by 8. This is L cube by 8. You will get 2L cube by 8. Okay. That means 2 4 8 as usual. Now again substituting I is equal to pi, can use r square rho r square L by 4, because pi r square I am dividing this, plus again here pi r square rho L cube by 3 4 12. Okay, now pi r square is nothing but m. Pi r square rho L is nothing but capital M value. Here mr square by 4 plus ml square by 12. So as we know that, since here you can better to write pi r square rho L is nothing but mass. Okay, previously I write here mass. So mr square by 4. So we can write finally moment of inertia for the cylinder, that is moment of inertia for cylinder, capital I is equal to I is equal to, this is the formula, mr square by 4 plus ml square by 12. There is the formula. Okay, this is for the cylinder formula. Yeah, along any axis means simply the common thing for the cylinder, like the common thing for the thin rod, mr square by 2. So we can use B point along axis, along any axis, axis not axis, along axis, that means mr square by 2. That is the formula for the moment of inertia of a cylinder. Okay, now for the determination of moment of inertia for a rectangular lamina. So it is here I am considering the as usual rectangular shaped rigid body named as ABCD. Now let length of the lamina is L, breadth is also there, so breadth is B. Now this is the central axis at the center point O. Now as usual length means divide into two parts, midpoint of the rectangular lamina. That means if it is a plate, the lamina, say for example this is a rectangular lamina, let us say rectangular lamina. Okay, now this from the central axis it will be rotating like this, so like this, or it will rotate like this also. Okay, now in so many ways it will rotate. For here I am initially explaining from this central axis like this rotation and like this rotation. Okay, see, length L, breadth B, rectangle M. Here you better to write the matter here. See, consider a rectangular plane lamina of length L, breadth B. O is the center of lamina. Rho is density. Here areal mass of lamina as usual, mass M is equal to area into density. That means simply capital M is equal to area means length into breadth as usual, L into B into rho. That is simply you can say M is equal to LB into rho. Keep in mind. For this explanation, same thing. I am considering the small element here like this. Again, it is named as PQ of distance dx. Okay, which is at a distance x from the axis of rotation O axis. Same thing here. Let dx be small element PQ, dx be small element length of PQ, which is at a distance x from O axis. Okay, now mass of this small q, mass of PQ, as usual mass of PQ, which is equal to here dx is the length, b is the breadth, so that means we can write b into dx. This is area, and the density as usual rho, b dx rho. That is a formula. So for this small PQ element, moment of inertia with respect to this y axis, that is moment of inertia of PQ element with respect to O axis. As usual, di is equal to, you can write, yeah, mr square, isn't it? Mr square means mass is total one, that is b dx rho into r square means the distance is from the axis of rotation is x square. This is the formula for the di for this small length. Now I would like to determine the moment of inertia for the total plane lamina. So you can write moment of inertia of plane lamina with respect to O axis, that is I is equal to integration as usual of di. Here the limits can be considered. This is total length, means this is L by 2, this is L by 2. So lower limit is minus L by 2, upper limit is L by 2 as usual. That is, we can substitute here b value, rho value, those are the constant things. Only x is the variable. That means you can write simply b rho integration of x square dx, limits L by 2 to L by 2. Okay, that means b rho, this is the formula as usual, integration of x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 formula. That is x power 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. Okay, that is x power 3 by 3 from limits L by 2 to L by 2 minus L by 2 plus L by 2 as usual. That is I is equal to b rho by 3 keeping outside, L cube by 3, L cube by 2 cube, that is L cube by 2 to 2 into 2 into 2 8, that is L cube by 8 plus L cube by 8 minus and minus plus 2 L cube by 8, that is simply L. So I is equal to b rho 2L cube by 8, that is 2L cube by 8, that is 2 4, here 3 is there. That means I is equal to, I am giving L to here, that is b into L into rho into L square by 3 4 ja 12. So as we know that b rho L is nothing but mass of the total lamina, simply you can say ml square by 12. Okay, this is the moment of inertia along the axis, O axis. So ml square by 12. If it is along the B axis, so for this along the axis parallel to the length, along parallel to x axis, that means simply in place of length you can put b value, that is I L is equal to, you can say simply m into b square by 12. Okay, parallel to x axis. Okay, next you can use so many things here. Across any one end you can use. Okay, if you consider moment of inertia for this also, that means along the parallel to the y-axis, this is for, yeah, this is for y-axis, formula is mb square by x-axis, as you know, ml square by 12. Similarly, along the y-axis you can use mb is equal to mb square by 2. Suppose if it is moving perpendicular to the plane like this, so if it is like this, perpendicular to the plane like this, then what is the moment of inertia? Here for this you can use the same formula, that is a perpendicular axis theorem. So according to the perpendicular axis theorem, that is C, so perpendicular to O axis, simply moment of inertia I is equal to, with respect to breadth, with respect to the length, that is IB and IX, x axis and y axis. So that is the formula, I is equal to, this is according to the perpendicular axis theorem, from perpendicular axis theorem, or simply you can use the formula I naught is equal to, for this m L square by 12 plus mb square by 12, or simply take out the m L square plus b square by 12. This is the moment of inertia for the plane lamina perpendicular to the plane. Next, in this only, if it is a moment of inertia at the one end of the plane, so moment of inertia along one end end of plane lamina, that is lamina, rectangular lamina, plane lamina. Here you can use the parallel axis theorem. That means you can use I is equal to IC, that is B plus M R square. So here R you can use only half of the length, that is R you can use L by 2 only. That means substituting this we will get I is equal to, that is IB means this one IL means lengthwise ML square by 12 plus mass M into R square means L by 2 distance, that is L by 2 whole square. So you will get this is according to the parallel axis theorem, that is ML square by 12 plus ML square by 4, or you can say simply by doing the simplification 1 by 12 1 by 4, that is 12 by 4, that is 3. That means simply I is equal to, you will get ML square by 3. That's all. This is the formula along the plane lamina, that means here or here, whatever it may be. Here also, whatever it may be. This is for lengthwise. If it is breadthwise means you can use I is equal to MB square by 3. So this is about the moment of inertia for a rectangular lamina. We continued with another one, that is for sphere in our next class. Thank you for watching.